What's up guys, I'm going to be showing you my complete horror DVD and Blu-ray collection of 2020. I think the last one I did was about 4 or 5 years ago, so I'm just going to be running you through all the shelves. There's 3 shelves in total. I do have some horror video and some movies on the watch pile that are horror related that I'll show you a little bit later on also, but yeah, we'll start off with the shelf. These are all in alphabetical order at the moment, so I'll just start off with this shelf over here. So the first one is 28 days later, 28 weeks later, The Abominable Snowman, Hammer Horror, American Psycho. I also have that one on Blu-ray. Amityville Horror, Amityville 2, The Possession, Amsterdam, great movie about a deep sea diver in terrorizing Amsterdam. Anthropophagi, or Anthropophagus. April Fool's Day, great slasher movie from the 80s. Audition. Axe, great video nasty from the 70s, banned in the UK. The Bat, this is based on a 1926 movie of the same title, which was the one of the original inspirations for Batman. Bela Lugosi collection contains the majority of his works, like Black Cat and Invisible Ray, I think, is on there. Cat in the Brain. Bird with Crystal Plumage, Black Christmas, A Blade in the Dark, Blair Witch Project, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Bubba Hotep, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This is the Kino release, I definitely recommend that version. Candyman, Cannibal Holocaust, Car, Carrie, Cat People with Malcolm McDowell, Cemetery Man, Company of Wolves, based on the book Bloody Chamber, The Changeling, Cheerleader Massacre, Child's Play, Child's Play 2, still need to get Child's Play 3, The Church, one of my all-time favourite horror movies, Cloverfield, Creepshow, the Critters collection, all 4 movies are in that one, Curse of Frankenstein, Dark Water, another one of my favourite horror movies, Dawn of the Dead, the original, and the remake, and then you've got Day of the Dead here, Dead and Buried, Dead Snow, Deadly Spawn, Argento's Deep Red, The Descent. Still need to get to Descent Part 2, I've heard that one's pretty good, and I did enjoy the first Descent movie as well. Devil's Rejects, Dog Soldiers, Dolls, Don't Go in the House, the 79 Dracula with Frank Langella, Stephen King's Duel, From Dusk Till Dawn, Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness, and Evil Dead the Remake, The Exorcist, The Eye, great Asian horror movie, Eyes Without a Face, great French horror movie, BFI release of that one. The 80s remake of The Fly, I do not own the 50s versions. The Fog Blu-ray, Freaks, and then we have all of the Friday the 13th movies on DVD, all the way up to Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, and the remake. My favourite is still Part 2, I don't care what anyone says, the Baghead Jason's just the best incarnation of that Jason in my opinion. Fright Night and the remake, From Beyond and Funhouse. Alright, moving down the shelf now, we've got The Fury, Ginger Snaps, The Gorgon, Gremlins 1 and 2, Grindhouse featuring Planet Terror and Death Proof, Grizzly, great Killer Bear movie, The Grudge, Grudge 2, Grudge remake, and Grudge the sequel to the remake, all directed by the same director, which is pretty interesting. Halloween, then you've got all the Halloween movies up to Rob Zombie's movies, and then part 2, and then a documentary about Halloween called The Inside Story. The Haunting, also known as The Terror. Hills of Eyes, House on the Edge of the Park, House on Haunted Hill, House of Wax, House of a Thousand Corpses, Horror of Dracula, The Howling, Howling Part 2, terrible sequel with Christopher Lee, Hunger, Know What You Did Last Summer and sequel, Spit on Your Grave, the original, Inferno, The Innocents, Intruder, terrible fucking film with Bruce Campbell's in it for about 2 minutes, Island of Death, Jack Frost and all the Jaws films, Dr. Jekyll, 2 versions, the 32 version, 41 version, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Last Cannibal World, Last House on the Left, Leprechaun box set, Link, great Killer Monkey movie, Lizard in a Woman's Skin, Lords of Salem, The Lost Boys, Macabre, Magic with Anthony Hopkins, recently did a review on this one, Manhattan Baby, Maniac Cop, Martin, one of my all-time favourite horror movies. Then I've got Maximum Overdrive, Midnight, Monkey Shines, another fantastic Killer Chimpanzee movie, My Bloody Valentine, and then the remake, Near Dark, New York Ripper, Night of the Bloody Apes, Night of the Living Dead on Blu-ray, the Tom Savini remake, Nightmare on Elm Street box set containing all the movies, the Kino release of Nosferatu, the original silent movie, The Omen, and The People Under the Stairs. Moving on to the last shelf now, the Phantom of the Opera. Sorry about that. Pet Sematary, Phantom of Death, Pieces, Pit and the Pendulum, Possession, great horror movie with Sam Neill, Poltergeist, Prom Night 1 and 2, Puppet Master, Pumpkinhead, R Point, great Asian horror movie, The Raven, Reanimator, Return of the Living Dead, and Part 2. I actually preferred Part 2 to the first movie. And then you've got Part 3, which was a lot of trash. The Ring, the original, and then the remake and the sequel to the remake. Rosemary's Baby, Rosemary's Killer, also known as The Prowler. Salem's Lot, Scream, and then Scream 4. The Shining, Shutter Island with DiCaprio, The Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, Red Dragon, Slaughter High, Sleepy Hollow, Spiral Staircase, Stage Fright, Street Trash, Suspiria, Sweet 16, Tenebrae, Terror at the Opera, all of the Chainsaw Massacre films, including the sequel and the prequel to this, sorry, the remake and the sequel to the prequel to the remake, sorry, fucking hell. Theatre of Blood, The Thing, and the sort of weird prequel to The Thing. Toolbox Murders, Tourist Trap, Town That Trades Sundown, Trick or Treat, Troll and Troll 2, Two Evil Eyes, and then you've got all of the Universal movies together. So you've got the Dracula collection, the Frankenstein collection, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, the Mummy sequels on Blu-ray, the Invisible Man collection, Werewolf of London, Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, Creature from the Black Lagoon collection, Urban Legend, Vampire, Van Helsing, Guilty Pleasure of Mine, Videodrome, Welcome to Spring Break, Wolf, The Wolfman, and a signed copy of Zombie Flesh Eaters, Stand by Ian McCulloch. Right, just moving on to some that I haven't actually seen, or stuff that just aren't worthy enough to go in the collection, or there's just no space in the collection, to be honest. The first one is Wes Craven's Shocker, Brain Scan, Bad Taste, The Red Monks, the Quartermass 2-film set, Island of Lost Souls with Lugosi, Tremors 5, Bloodlines, Tremors Attack Pack, Delirium, Driller Killer, Sleepwalkers, Night of the Demon, Vampire Circus, Shadow of the Vampire with John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe, Premonition, Deep Blue Sea, Shark Attack, Island of Dr. Moreau, House, very weird Asian horror film, Bear, very rubbish, fucking dreadful film, to be honest, and Army of Death, again, another fucking dreadful horror movie. Alright, last up is just the Arrow Video Blu-rays that I own. So Schlock, Caligula, Beyond, Demons, sorry about the glare here, but City of the Living Dead, Black Sunday, Black Cat, Burning, Madman, Psycho 2, Eaten Alive, Don't Torture a Duckling, The Case of the Scorpion's Tail, Blood on Black Lace, one of my favourite giallo films of all time, and Phenomenon. So that was my complete horror DVD Blu-ray update, sorry, collection overview. It's been about 5 years, so I thought I might as well just update everything. So yeah, please rate, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.